enti eja enya ba bedru. Finally, Constitution Review Committee na Mahama form say omunko ahwemara ni mu no. No mu hwe say ye betuma ye nsakira ye bi ewo mu a. Finally, we say omudo mu hwemu akwawie ama omudo mu report no. Abeto Ghana for anim. Eniema omu pese yes sam ewo mra ni mu no. Omo de aba abeto Ghana for anim. Na so interesting. Me mo nchire mu no akire wadwen ama me. Ewo comment section. I Penyah Block Media. Me so say ni di mu. Obe like video no ada mo subscribe button na ba click notification on the latest update na ba kire wadwen de ama me. Ewo comment section so ba so a. No achieve for anya bia hye. Na me ka wo say you Christmas mu. Penyah Block Media me hwemo. Ma dofo mo nchire mo do. Da bia me wa ha. Na me save mo. Mo nchire mo do nchire me. Na me hu se me wo nipa a o mu do me. Me number na da so no. Me di na da se Penyah Enoch. Mo send mbra na yenya bi eni bronya e wo Ghana ko nipa ya hwu mo o mu do so aye. Na yenya bi enko donations any ade. Let's go to the story. Over kaya ya to we 7th December 2024. Ana enkomo bi estatiye. Ana enkomo mu enkomo ni nyina ne se Mahama samra no nanka ontimi go for another term because now our absolute majority or your supreme leader ain't on the samra no na permit no nti ontimi sametena so biem on sam timi contested for next election. And I say the fixed tenure in office which is set to 4 years no on se sa eno nanka ontwum kakra na instead of 4 years ontimi fan ko be 8 years and now 7 years ansa na ya toba nke be toba 7 years bia ewo Ghana hadamo. These were the things and endless for me interested in. Eti ade Mahama etena konya so no anokwa ode wo se eyoyo eno form committee bi ana frɛ no Constitution Review Committee a omu ana Ghana yemra batan yemra kuni na edi bu o man konkron Ghana no omu ekotena akodomu suko akwemu pensem no makohwe if there will be a need for change in the constitution omu koye amendment in the constitution. That was Mahama form the committee na ache that's the NTV bi from no na say committee should be asked to go virus Mahama was on go for third term ko Ghana foreign friends on go for third term any ade ema eno be ye serious topic for conversation back and forth obi I can adwene and this one say Mahama en go for third term opposition party hwe ehene ha omuni ada Ghanaians matter munya de bo kan Mahama omuru Ghana for so omuru obi aso Ghana say o go for term omuru obi aso that was as to what I say Mahama ever go for third term and I say on go for third term no na ebegina Constitution Review Committee no omu go tena se akwate kire boa omu be san mu kire Ghana fo a eni be hu no say Mahama obe go for third term and on go for third term na enra no ana this Constitution Review Committee no omu de omano de sem ebe to Ghana fo anim na we eni nsem a omu go tena se no omu tmedwedwe ho ekosi
we have more or less proposing a rolled out or a phased in kind of devolution where certain districts that meet certain objective benchmarks would begin the process of electing their mayors while others graduate into the process. It's not peculiar to Ghana. I think even in UK, not every city gets to elect their mayor. You have to more or less meet certain benchmarks before you graduate into that category. So we're proposing a similar arrangement where the Devolution Commission applying certain criteria and benchmarks that are transparent and objective will then roll this out so that we don't have this, we have devolution but in a more orderly, systematic fashion. So those are some of the highlights of the report. There isn't we couldn't find a place for a third term for the president. So we looked and looked, we couldn't find. I mean, we realized that the president himself doesn't like it. Nobody really seems to like it. There wasn't much of a demand for it at all. The only thing about that was the invitation for us to clarify ambiguity, and we didn't even want to go there. We didn't think that 66.2 raised any issues in terms of ambiguity, so we kept it the way it is. However, we believe we took to heart the recommendations that we got from many of the eminent persons that we met, including some who have occupied your seat, that the 4-year term was short. It was too short. And we also then learned that the emerging global norm was 5. And that even in the region, we in Nigeria have the lowest. I mean, 4 is pretty low. So we're proposing an extension by 1 more year. We have coupled that with certain recommendations on in the area of campaigning, because the claim was that the president takes about 6 months or so to set up, and then 1 year campaigning and all of that. So we thought, okay, so if we then follow the example of other countries in Africa, including Senegal, where there is a definite campaign period before which you cannot do electioneering. You can't put posters, can't put billboards, can't do jingles, can't do rallies. So it's like the fishing season. You have to open it before you can go fish. So we are proposing a campaign season, a short one, so that government will have time to govern, and that the people we elect to do the government's business will really have time to focus on governing as opposed to doing campaigning. So for the first time, we hope, if this is accepted, that we will have a political or electoral environment where campaigns, we do not run 24-hour, 24/7, 4-year campaigns, but where there is a definite period before which parties and candidates may not do campaigning. We think that would free up time for governing. But I think some of the changes we've also made in the area of appointments, I think will also unburden the presidents, some of which we believe that the president will be more than happy to give up. So these are some of the highlights. We think on the whole we have done the best job that we could, given the opportunity. Where there are difficult issues that cannot be immediately resolved. For example, how do you integrate chiefs into local government at the town and village level? This is where people live their lives. This is where chiefs tend to have most power, but it's going to be a radical transformation. So we thought, instead of this committee making that decision, that the Devolution Commission then can open dialogue with the National House of Chiefs and the Regional House of Chiefs, and then with government, and begin to fashion out modalities for that integration. So those are some of the decisions. It wasn't an attempt to kick the can down the road, but we believe that some of these decisions need a little bit more deliberation and more thought and more systematic approaches. So we have deferred those ones to bodies like the Devolution Commission, which we believe will help. For the Attorney General, we want to take some of his powers so that the oral will be done by some other body next time. So what we are proposing there is that because of the system we run, where we don't have a career civil servant being Attorney General, we think that raises challenges when it comes to prosecuting political corruption and other issues affecting politically exposed persons. So we are proposing an ethics and anti-corruption commission that can be cobbled together from some of the agencies we already have. So SHRAJ has some anti-corruption work, not prosecution. We think SHRAJ can just focus on the human rights and ombudsman work. There's plenty of that for SHRAJ to do. So we would take SHRAJ's anti-corruption mandate, couple that together with what probably the OSP and other agencies currently do, and then create out of that mix a new commission, which would then handle cases of corruption, so that the AG can be freed to do the international arbitration and the big constitutional cases and all of those other legal policy issues, reforming legal education, the profession and all of those things. And so we can see more of him. Now we don't see him at all because the anti-corruption work is taking all of his time. So we think he should be happy to see what it is that we're proposing. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. May I now invite His Excellency the President for the presentation of the report, please.
I would like to add that we couldn't have given me a better team than this. I knew only a few of them, so we become very good colleagues and normal family. After so many months working together.
Did you hear that? This is my Christmas gift. I think legal counsel. No, just okay. You go there. Come in. Okay. Thank you.
Shall we please give the committee another big round of applause? Even as we invite His Excellency the President to address us. President, please.
Thank you very much, and there's not much more to say, just to thank you for this beautiful Christmas gift. I want to thank all the members of the committee. You were chosen carefully for your integrity, your credibility, and we haven't had the experience of constitutional review committees before, and the fact that at the end of it we had been unable to agree how to move the process forward. This time we said let's choose the committee very carefully, so that it's a committee that Ghanaians have a trust in, so that when the report comes it would be non-partisan, it would not have been influenced by any political interest, so that it will make it easier for all of us to come together and move the process forward. Our 1992 constitution has served us very well. I mean, it's been the most durable constitution, but a time comes when you need to look at it and make some adjustments so that it can serve us for an even longer period going into the future. The committee had the opportunity to give me a presentation of some of their recommendations before. So I'm not as shocked as some of you who are sitting here who are hearing them for the first time. And so I want to thank the committee for that presentation, and then also for the teaser you just gave. I'm sure tomorrow the newspapers are going to be headlined with the teasers that Professor Prempeh gave us. So you can take a rest after working so hard for so many months. You can enjoy your Christmas, and as soon as we resume early next year, we're moving from the constitutional review process into the implementation process. And so early next year we would announce an implementation committee, and of course we're going to call some of you to come and serve on that committee, because we need that institutional memory transferred into the implementation. And so take a rest now, but next year we might call some of you again to form the Constitutional Review Implementation Committee. For now, we'll study the report. I've handed it over to the Legal Counsel and the Attorney General. They will look at it, and we'll see how to synchronize, our views. I think that many of the recommendations you've made are quite revolutionary. Some are quite radical, but I think that it's in the interest of our democracy. Currently in our sub-region, we can see many countries backsliding with regards to their democratic and constitutional governance. And so this couldn't have come at a better time. All the Afrobarometer reports and all the other reports had shown that a lot of our citizens were beginning to lose faith in our democracy. And that is why it is important for us to let them know that democratic governance is still better than any other form of governance. You might be excited about the romanticism of military governments and all that, but in the end, it is democratic governments that unleash the creative potential of people. If you leave them free, able to express themselves and go about their businesses, it unleashes their creative potential, unlike where decisions have to be taken for everybody. So I believe that this report has come at the right time. We will implement it in a bipartisan manner. All of us would come together and implement as many of the provisions as possible. I take, for instance, the issue of the Council of State and the enormous powers the president is giving to make appointments. I believe that the Council of State giving a bigger role in those appointments will create more credibility in terms of people who are appointed to those positions. Of course, the president will still sign the appointment letters, but the Council of State will go through the process of identifying the persons to be appointed. So these are all some of the teasers I was giving before, which you are now hearing. And I want to thank the committee very much on behalf of the people of Ghana. You have done a great service to our nation, and you can be proud of yourselves. We have to take a decision whether to just make that. Now that we've received it, I don't want it to be kept like a nuclear secret. We probably would have to decide on a date to publish it so that all Ghanaians know what is in the summary while we wait for the actual detailed copy. So I thank you very much, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
As Omuchiremu said, the tenure in office now I have 4 years now. Yeah, Ombese they call 5 years. What I say? Ombese they call 5 years. And now face you will nipa bia na president in the EU chief justice electoral commission boss any other now Ombese there be any president in the EU bi yen to about any sanko as it make sense. And Ombese actually said eni say yema MP bia be ye minister. Say MP or yeah as member of parliament. No as ministers in people or the ever to chrome you o constituent omu hia se bra be ye adwuma ana afi no ministry na wom no omu se hia e ba sa na wontimi enya adwuma ne yeto omu kirem se e wo se enya member of parliament enko na ye se enya separate people on be serve as ministers as I don't say omu se we no mu kan na se dodo na e make sense sa do nyina se tena se e hwemu se agitum a e be take effect 2029 is a to about 2008 year nipo bawe na eho ana ebe take effect na say third term bia for Mahama no anya adwuma yes Mahama won't me go for any third term. So this is the full report from the Constitution Review Committee. Chida wadwe mame e comment section. I Penyah Block Media.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!